us try to understand what is the mission of IDSP, Integrated Disease Surveillance Program. So the main mission of this program is to strengthen the disease surveillance. So in a country like India, by establishing a decentralized state-based surveillance system for epidemic-prone disease, to detect the early warning signals so that timely and effective public health actions can be initiated in response to health challenges in the country at the district, state, and national level. So, in simple terms, you can say it talks about the surveillance in case of any pandemic, and so that quick actions can be taken at district, state, and national level. Talking about the objectives is further divided into two parts. The first objective is to establish a decentralized district based system of surveillance for communicable and non-communicable disease so that timely and effective public health actions can be initiated in response to health changes in the urban and rural areas, and also to integrate existing surveillance activities to avoid duplication and facilitate sharing of information across all disease control programs and other stakeholders so that valid data is available for health decision making at the district, state, and national levels. So these are the objectives. Next, talking about the components. Now, again, this is very important. When we talk about the components, it is divided into two parts. The first is the integration and decentralization of the surveillance activities. Now, this can be done by the establishment of surveillance unit at three levels. First is the central, state, and district levels. Second comes the human resource development. Now, we need to train the staff. So there are state surveillance officers, district surveillance officers, and rapid response team and other medical and paramedical staff based on the principles of disease surveillance. Now, this information derived data collected has to be interpreted from the help of the digitization, information communication technology, which involves the collection, collation, compilation, analysis, and dissemination of the data. Now, strengthening of public health laboratories. Now, what is integration? Integration is the compilation. So, sharing of the surveillance information of various disease control programs, developing effective partnerships with the health and non-health sectors in surveillance. So, this includes communicable and non-communicable disease in the surveillance system, working with the private sector and non-government organizations, and also bringing academic institutions and medical colleges into disease surveillance. So, when a pandemic is being broken out, it gives us the warning signals. Now, what are these warning signals? There is a clustering of cases or deaths in a particular area. If you remember, in the case of coronavirus, also it started with the Wuhan in China. So, there was a clustering of cases. Then, unusual increase in the cases or deaths. Even a single case of measles or like cholera or plague or dengue can have this effect. Then, also, it is accompanied by the acute febrile illness of unknown etiology, whereby you don't know exactly how it is being spread out. If you remember, in the coronavirus pandemic breakdown also, there was many theories, there were many principles, and so many of the things moving around, but the exact cause is still unknown. So it involved two or more epidemiologically linked cases of outbreak potential. Now, high or sudden increase in the vector density, and it may turn out into a natural disaster. So, IDSP administrative structure basically is divided at three levels: central, state, and district level. Now, at each position, it is further divided into two units. The first is the surveillance committee, and second is the surveillance unit. The surveillance committee looks after the major decision policies and further reviews physical and financial progresses along with the coordination with all the relevant ministries, department, and organization. So, it looks after the decision making process. Surveillance unit is basically used for the and is responsible for the implementing various activities under the project. Talking about the different forms, so there are basically three forms which are being used. First is the form S, form P, and form L. Form S is for the suspected cases being collected by the health workers. Form P is for the probable cases to be collected by the doctors, and form L is for the lab confirmed cases. Surveillance action further requires preset trigger levels with specific response for various levels. For example, it is into three types of the trigger levels are being noted out. First is the level 1, level 2, and level 3. So level 1 is basically with the suspected limited outbreak. and it has to be in terms of the local response. Level 2, now the disease has spread out. It is into the form of epidemic, and it has to be registered on a local and regional response. Then level 3, it is the pandemic has further spread out, and it is now a widespread epidemic, and it is at the level of local, regional, and the state level. Now, talking about the achievements of the IDSP, Integrated Disease Surveillance Program, there are a lot many achievements to count upon. The first is the first functional integration of surveillance components of vertical programs. It simply means that different program is being launched at different levels, central, state, and level, district level, and the data is being collected uniform. So the a base system has been recognized whereby you can get the alerts. Then reporting of suspected, probable, and confirmed cases. So with the having more surveillance, you can get a quick onset of the action that can be noted down, alert can be created upon. Then there is a strong IT component for data analysis. So whatever data is being collected out on disease, it can be analyzed with the help of the information and technology communication tools. Then trigger levels can be generated upon, and these can be further graded out. For example, as I've discussed in level 1, level 2, or level 3. Then action components in the reporting format. So you must have seen I showed you three forms: Form S, Form P, and Form L. Then the desired and the collected data can be streamlined for maintaining the flow of the funds to the district. And standard formats, operations, training manuals are being provided. So whatever staff are being worked upon at the central, state, or the district level, they have to be adequately trained out. And it further involves the involvement of the private sector. So there is a collaboration between the government and the private sector to make the surveillance more effective. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please do like, share, and subscribe to your channel Pharmacypedia for getting further updates and important content related to pharmacy. Thank you so much, everyone.